Lovely people, welcome to the channel. As I promised you yesterday, as soon as we would have some more news and updates on the Matthew Perry because of that, well, there you have it. Matthew Perry did not have fentanyl or meth in his system when he died. Initial toxicology test shows. We were waiting for this because we read yesterday that this could take up to 2 weeks to get all the results, but it seems that something is already out. So there was no meth or fentanyl in Matthew Perry's system when he drowned in a hot tub in California home. Initial toxicology reports have revealed. The late friend's star 54 was found lifeless inside the hot tub outside of his Pacific Palisade home in Los Angeles Saturday. I still have to say, some people at least said, oh, the bathtub or whatever was under this tent, but that's not true. Matter of fact, the house of Matthew Perry, which I have right here, the pictures, as you can see, they mounted a tent right here, but I suppose they just mounted a tent right here to get, I don't know, all the CSI or whatever it's called to perform all the things that they had to do. But in fact, this is the area, so I was correct. This is the area where they found him, and also the area where the picture was taken. So there is no extra jacuzzi right here under the turp, nothing. That happened exactly in that place, and that's it. So this is the interior of the house of Matthew Perry. You see here the picture that I was mentioning that we talked also about yesterday. So right there in the corner, unfortunately, it's actually a pretty big pool just to stand in. You know, again, my worry was that he might have passed out for whatever reason, and because he was alone, then he drowned, which it would be absolutely a tragic thing. Because I read also another news, right? Now I don't have it in front of me, correct me if I'm wrong, but actually I read somewhere else another report which said that something strange because he was not water boated or bloated because of the water drowning, which is a typical water boating. So it's not, there was not the typical signs of that happened. So that's another very strange thing. So the late friends, okay, the common narcotics were not found in Perry's system during initial tests, according to TMZ report, but more in-depth testing is underway and will show if the beloved actor had any prescription medication in the system. This is very important part, this right here. Matthew Perry has been very good for a long time. Actually, I was reading even another article of, I think, of the creators of Friends, which spoke to him like a week ago. Kaufman, one of the creators, spoke to Perry just 2 weeks ago saying it was great, he was happy and cheaper, he didn't seem weighed down by anything, he was in a really good place, which is why this seems so unfair. So my first impulse was to text him, honestly, she said, adding, it's hard to grasp. 1 minute he's here and he's happy, and then poof, and doing good in the Word, really doing good in the Word. So she's referring to the fact that in some interviews, Matthew talked about wanting to be remembered, not for being, you know, only part of the cast of Friends, but for doing good in helping others, helping anybody that is going through an addiction, whatever, you know, of whatever kind. And he wanted to be remembered to basically advocate and help people recover. So, and he said he will spend the rest of his life to do so. So he was really a person that was on a mission to share what he had learned from his own mistakes and his own struggles. It's always possible that somebody might use a little bit too much of something, you know, and many medications, they cause drowsiness, you know, you might fall asleep. I don't know, I'm just saying, I don't know, but it's more of a fear that I'm speaking here, right? And also sometimes that people that are too much alone, they say that he played this type of ping pong or type of ball game with the sort of tennis. I forgot the name. Just a few hours before, and then he sent one of his assistant on an errand, so he was alone at the house. Sad thing, you know, because something can happen. You might have something, you know, like you just for a moment, and then it's too late. If there was somebody there, perhaps could have intervened a little bit sooner. But what I wanted to say is that because he had a surgery in the past, colon exploded in 2018, he was prescribed opiates that he deemed insufficient to deal with this pain, promoting him to turn to street dealers to supply him with potentially fentanyl-laced oxytocin. It's funny, well, it's not funny, but he actually himself talked about a period where he was on those kind of medications, and sometimes he would go to open houses, right? He would just go to houses for sale that you could just walk in, of course, and he would go in the toilet sometimes to see in the cabinets of people if he could find those type of medication, and basically take, you know, the medication, because he said nobody would think that, you know, Chandler will steal stuff from somebody's toilet, you know, medication. But that's how addicted he was. So yeah, I'm like any of you, I'm still waiting for this full toxicology to make more sense of this and to really understand the dynamic. People are pouring in from every side of the globe to pay condolences, to pay homage to this man, which has given so much to billions and billions of people, honestly. So anyway, very short, guys. Let me know your thoughts on this as well. Please consider subscribing if you want to. You want to check some of the news of today. Suggest also what you like to see. We're growing as a community here, so I'm doing my best to entertain you between covers and also gaming now, but on another channel. So anyway, guys, talk to you later. Take care of yourself. Ciao.